for our second hard question from the Heart of Algebra series. Let's go ahead and read it. Mr. Cole has a beaker containing n milliliters of a solution to distribute to the students in his chemistry class. If he gives each student 3 milliliters of solution, he'll have 5 milliliters left over. In order to give each student 4 milliliters of solution, he will need an additional 21 milliliters. How many students are in the class? And yeah, this is a mouthful, just like the previous problem that we saw. And I think, why don't we sketch this so we just have a better understanding of what's happening. So it sounds like we have a beaker, right? If you've taken chemistry, you know what a beaker is. If not, it's just a little container that contains a liquid in it. And we know that inside of this beaker, there are, there's a solution in it, some liquid in it. And the quantity of that is n milliliters of liquid in this container. So what this teacher is doing, he's distributing the liquid in here and giving each student 3 milliliters. So he's pouring out 3 milliliters per student. And once he does that, he has 5 milliliters that are left over. So I think we can come up with an equation for that. Let's use a variable, let's use t for student. It sounds like if we take the total milliliters in this container, we have n milliliters right here. That's the total amount that we have. And you subtract 3 milliliters per student, we are going to have a remainder of 5 because it says we have 5 milliliters left over. That's our first equation. So this is sounding more and more like it's going to be a system of equations. And then we read further and we find out that in order to give each student 21 milliliters of the solution, he will need an additional 21 milliliters. And that means he wouldn't have anything left over. So for the second equation, we know to be able to pull this off, we need more liquid. So let's see, how much more liquid do we need? 21 more milliliters. So let's see, we started off with n milliliters. We need an additional 21. So we now have more liquid. That amount allows us to give each student 4 milliliters per student. And that means we have no liquid left over. We used it all. And those are the two equations we are going to need to use to find the number of students we have in this class. And number of students is t, so we need to solve for t. All right, so this is a system of equations as we kind of guessed it would be. Let's go ahead and finish it. So we can focus on this second equation just to clean it up a little bit, put it in standard form. That means n and t have to be on the same side and this constant has to be on the other side. I can actually drop these parentheses, we don't need them. So focusing on this equation, let's go ahead and subtract 21 from both sides like that. Those cancel. So we have n minus 4t equals negative 21. That's our one equation. Let's just bring this equation down to here. We now have n minus 3t equals 5. And this is our system that we just need to solve using the elimination method. So we want to get rid of the n's because we want to solve for t. Number of students is t. That means somehow we have to force these n's to cancel. We can maybe multiply this top equation by -1. And then let's write the result of that down here. It becomes negative n plus 4t equals positive 21. And once again, we don't need this top equation anymore. We're focusing on these two new ones. So when you add, n minus n is 0. Negative 3t plus 4t is just t. And 5 plus 21 is 26. So we know that the number of students, which is t, is 26, which makes D the answer to this question.